Josh Reynolds with the Gilbert Fire Department. Did you know that 77% of our smoke detector calls were false alarms? In fact, in 2017, in December alone, we had 221 of those. Although these are extremely important emergencies, we want you to be better prepared on how to handle them so that we're in service for other emergencies as well.
Hi, my name is David Zering. I'm a fire investigator with Gilbert Fire and Rescue. And I brought Dan Reynolds in as a smoke detector expert to explain to us why we see false alarms in the spring and fall.
Well, one of the biggest reasons is we get the air movement from the ductwork, and the reason for that is you're turning either your heater on or your air conditioner. So when you do that, you're getting the air movement. After having a season of the air or the ducts being dirty from just sitting there, all of a sudden it kind of stirs it up. Smoke detectors don't like air movement, so that's one of the things that is causing these false trips. So one of the things that we'd like you to do is make sure you're changing your air filters, because that helps a lot. The other thing too is, if you do this maybe late afternoon or sometime during the day before you go to bed, the chances of you having a false alarm and getting woke up or being scared or having the kids scared, you're going to kind of alleviate that a little bit.
And there's some easy tips are cleaning our smoke detectors.
Correct.
And one of them is with canned air. Can you show us?
Absolutely. So compressed air, you can use a compressor if you have it at home, or you can use compressed air like this. One of the things I always caution people is make sure you always have the can in the upright position so you don't get any of the product in there into the actual smoke detector. So, would you like me to grab one?
Sure.
Okay. Alright, so the way to take these down, usually just unscrew it counterclockwise. There'll be a plug here in the back. This one here, you squeeze the plug and it comes right out. Once you have it out like this, I always tell people get down onto the ground, get off the ladder. Always take the battery out of its compartment, whatever type of detector you have. Once you have it out of there, one of the things that you want to look at is you always have areas that have openings. Anywhere you have an opening inside the battery tray, out here in the front, or even all the way around here, those are the areas you want to put the compressed air to clean things, and you'll get bugs, dust, all kinds of stuff. So.
And when's the best time to replace the batteries?
So I always tell people do it once a year, and when you're doing it once a year, go ahead and clean it with the compressed air. Along the same lines, smoke detectors are good for 10 years. One of the reasons for that is they have a product in there called americium. Americium has a shelf life, and it degrades at about 3% a year. So you have a threshold of about 30%, and you don't want to really go over that. So in order for these things to work effectively and efficiently, we recommend changing them out at 10 years.
So when the smoke detector is put back up on the ceiling and we test them to make sure they're all working again, who should be with you when you check those smoke detectors? Which
is a great question, because sometimes you can use, you have your family there, you can teach your kids, you can incorporate it into some kind of a fire safety drill. These things are hardwired, and they have what they call an interconnect system. And the interconnect system allows them to talk to each other. So when one goes off, they all go off. And that's what you want. And if you have a two-story house and the one downstairs goes off, you're going to get that alarm at the very same time as the one that goes off downstairs. So that's the safety feature.
And I would think that if a child hears that smoke detector before an actual fire takes place or a home fills up with smoke, they're going to know what that smoke detector sounds like, and they can evacuate safely.
Absolutely. So one of the things that we always talk about is if you do those kind of tests with your kids present and they know what it sounds like, then there's going to be less confusion from some of the other devices in your house, like microwaves and alarm clocks and stuff like that. And when you're doing that, it's a good time to teach kids that once you've gotten out of the house, you have a meeting place, so that they understand that's the way you want to get out of the house immediately. Everybody can be safe.
Dan, we can't thank you enough. We really appreciate those safety tips. What we want our residents to know is that Gilbert Fire Department has a volunteer program that if they, for whatever reason, can't climb a ladder to clean their smoke detectors or change their batteries, we have volunteers that will be more than happy to help out. To reach Gilbert Fire, please give us a call at 480-503-6300.